Welcome back. Set the mood with a revenge movie playlist, crank whatever gets your blood pumping, because this primetime matchup has that same tense energy. Micah Parsons is back in Dallas, and suddenly this game feels like it matters again. Green Bay showed flashes early this season, then hit a wall in Week 3. After 2 weeks of putting up 27 points a game, they managed just 10 against a Cleveland defense that bullied them into silence. Jordan Love struggled to find rhythm. The pocket collapsed repeatedly, and the passing game never clicked. When a quarterback gets dropped 5 times on only 25 pass attempts, it is hard to build momentum. Dallas on paper looks vulnerable, but they also show cracks. Their secondary has been sliced open the last 2 weeks, surrendering big plays and letting quarterbacks pick them apart for hundreds of yards. The run defense has held up, keeping opponents under 4 yards a carry. But that one glaring hiccup against the deep shot is what has teams worried. This matchup boils down to lines and matchups. If Green Bay can protect Love and get their skill players involved early, they can move through Dallas' secondary and control the clock. But if Micah Parsons and the Cowboys get consistent pressure, that equation flips in a hurry. Parsons is the kind of edge rusher who changes the tone of a game, and his return shifts Dallas from reactive to aggressive. On offense, the Packers were inconsistent. Josh Jacobs had trouble finding running lanes in Cleveland, but he remained a reliable outlet as a receiver, showing versatility that will matter if Green Bay needs to pivot to short throws and screens. Rookie Matthew Golden flashed as a bright spot, giving Love a dependable target on the perimeter. Green Bay will need more of that production if they want to avoid another offensive low. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys have been searching for answers without CeeDee Lamb. Dak threw 2 picks last week and hit another sub-80 passer rating performance, which is not what Dallas needs with division games looming. Jake Ferguson has been his most consistent target, absorbing targets and moving the chains. The passing rhythm will depend on protection and timing. If Dak can buy time and hit his rhythm early, Dallas can steady the ship quickly. Special teams and quick strike plays could tilt this one. Both defenses have shown vulnerability to deep shots, and a single explosive play can flip field position and scoreboard momentum. Green Bay gave up explosive touchdown plays recently, and Dallas has playmakers like George Pickens stepping into a larger role. Whoever wins the turnover battle will take a massive step toward winning the night. A chess match unfolds in the trenches. Rashan Gary and Rashawn Gary have been disruptive, pressuring quarterbacks and collapsing pockets. If Dallas leans into a heavier running plan to slow the edge rush, their success will depend on execution and patience. Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams have shown they can grind out yards when given space, and a sustained ground approach could keep Micah from pinning his ears back on every snap. The rivalry itself writes history. Green Bay has owned recent meetings, but rivalries evolve and prime stages bring out new chapters. Expect the coaches to dial up adjustments and for both teams to trade body blows early. This game might not be pretty on every play, but it will be intense, physical, and decided in moments rather than long stretches. So cue the soundtrack, settle in, and watch the battle in the trenches. Will Micah Parsons reassert his dominance in Dallas, or will Green Bay solve their protection issues and strike through the air and on the ground? The storyline is simple, the stakes are clear, and primetime is ready for another installment. If you want this tightened into a punchy 1-minute opener for social, or expand it into a deep 10-minute breakdown with play diagrams and matchups to watch, say which and I will build it out.